Hey guys, it's Thursday and it's random week, so I'm going to talk about the two shows that I just watched. The Secret Circle and The Vampire Diaries. Yes, I am a closeted CW watcher. I mean, not really closeted, as people know I watch it, but I don't express my joy and love over them unless something super epic happens, like this season finale of both shows in one night. It's very hard, especially because the CW does stupid cliffhangers before. Like, it's the end of a season, you have to have resolution, and then you can come back and you can, like, make it through the summer hiatus. No, they give you stupid things like, oh, Elena's a vampire. Oh, whoops. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert. Elena turns into a vampire. Like, you couldn't see that coming, though, really. Like, if you had technically read the books, you would know that she eventually would have to become a vampire, because she does in, like, book. Because it's weird, because they have two books in one, so I can't really count, and then I don't even know which. She becomes a vampire at one point. So you know it's gonna happen. And I was like, when's it gonna happen? When's it gonna happen? I'm like, they're gonna do it at some point. And then finally they did, and I'm like, yes! But, like, they just leave her waking up, and I'm like, no! And then, like, she can learn about all the things that Damon compelled her, and then I am a huge shipper of Damon and Elena. At first, I was like, Elena and Stefan need to be together because Stefan can't function without Elena, whereas Damon could. Like, Damon could be the Eternal Bachelor, whereas Stefan I don't think could. But then after the whole issue with him becoming bad again, I was like, no, Stefan can definitely be on his own, and there are other people for him, whereas Damon and Stefan are perfect. But I'm sure that could, my opinion on that could easily be changed next season. I'm a ship flip-flopper. I jump from ship to ship. But this season, I have been steadily a Damon Elena fan. And I like Damon more as a character too. So, like, I've always liked Damon more as a character than Stefan. I just thought Stefan needs to be with Elena for, like, him to survive and for her to survive. But now I'm not so sure. And then also, Tyler and Caroline are another one of my beautiful ships. And I don't know what's going on. Like, I know that Klaus is in Tyler's body, and he's been there, and Bonnie knows about it, but I'm like, how long has he been in there? And where is Tyler? And I don't know what's happening, and I'm really confused. So if anyone wants to comment below and just explain to me where Tyler is and how long this has been going on, because I was paying attention, but I was kind of half paying attention because I was also on Tumblr, like, tumbling about my feelings, so I missed a couple things that they probably explained, and I just was not paying attention. I own up to it. I'm sorry, but that'd be great if someone could explain to me where Tyler is, but I think it'll be really interesting next season, him playing Tyler to everyone else, but then him actually being Klaus. I think that's gonna be so fun. I love him. I just recently found out that the actor, his name is Michael. I can't pronounce his. I'm pretty sure it's Michael, and his last name starts with a T. I can't pronounce it. He was in Cowbells, that really random Disney movie, and I remembered who he was. And I'm like, oh my god, that's so weird. Anyway, back to the CW. So now, moving on to Vampire Diaries in the order that they were not. Wait, no, I just talked about Vampire Diaries. Secret Circle. So Secret Circle, I read the books before I read the Vampire Diaries books. All of these books, by the way, the original books, were published in the early 1990s. So, but I also did not read them in the 1990s. I read them like 5-6 years ago. And I have not read all of the Vampire Diaries, and apparently they're making new Secret Circle ones. I just bought the book like a couple days ago. I'm reading it, and I'm like, this is a ghostwriter. I can tell, and I'm just like, I feel like it's more modern too, because, like, in the 1990s, it takes place in the 1990s, and I can, like, feel it. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this, but we'll see. So, and I was much more into the Secret Circle books than the Vampire Diaries books, because I started reading, because I read the Secret Circle, like, way before the TV show, but I was reading the books for Vampire Diaries. I read the first 3 books right before the TV show, and then all the other books I was reading during it, and I couldn't simultaneously read and watch the show, so I kind of stopped more on the books, so I wasn't as into the books, and I was way more on the TV show. Secret Circle, I knew the books back and front. I knew these characters. I knew how they should be portrayed. I knew who should end up with who. I knew that I absolutely hated Adam, and that Cassie and Nick should have been together. I know, whoa, that sounds super weird, right? When you look at the TV show. Yeah, there were actually 12 people in the circle. It actually takes place in Salem, Massachusetts. And those those two things are like my biggest issue with the show at this point now, is that it didn't take place in Salem, but I've learned to get over it because the show is now like getting addictively good. Because I started watching it, and I'm like, I can't watch this. It's nothing like the book. Then I stopped, and I was like, oh, I hope it gets canceled. I can't deal with this being on. And then over winter break, I started watching it again. I'm like, oh my god, this is so good. And then I got hooked, and now I'm like, if it doesn't get picked up, someone is going to die. So that's, but I think so. I just had to like push the book aside and be like, this didn't happen. This is completely separate series. Just ignore it because, and I'm able to do that because the characters are very, very different. Like Cassie is relatively the same, but a little more in control than in the book. She's very shy, and in this one, I think I don't know if I like the TV show Cassie better than the book Cassie. I think they're good in both their ways. I identify more with the Cassie in the TV show than the Cassie in the book because I'm not a very painfully shy person. Um, I love Adam in the TV show way more than the Adam in the book. I hated the Adam in the book. Did not. I was just like, I don't know why you're into him. He's really gross and I don't like him. And then I was really into Nick in the book. And in the TV show, he wasn't there long enough for me to like get a grasp on him. And I love Nick's brother. He did not exist. I don't think he did not exist in the book, if memory serves. I am like 80% sure he was not in the books, or maybe like that awkward twin. I haven't read these in forever, so I apologize. But I really like his character a lot. I'm glad that they brought him in. He is actually more, I think, like Nick in the book a little bit than the Nick in the TV show was. So I feel like they brought in this actor and they're like, oh, I don't like where his character's going. We're gonna give him a brother and he could be like the one in the book. I feel like that's what maybe happened. I don't know. So the season finales tonight were super crazy. They better renew Secret Circle because I saw the butts of the Belcorns, and those guys, their butts were very good looking, and I would like to see their faces. Hopefully, they're not butt him faces because that would make me sad. But I mean, it's CW. Like, how are you gonna? Is there really such thing as an unattractive guy on CW? Comment below if you can name one. Doubtful that you can. So that's it for my Vampire Diaries Secret Circle rant of enjoyment. I will see you guys next week. And I gave Haven a really good challenge for missing on Monday. Even though it's technically technical issues, I'm still making her do a challenge because, it's just, yeah. So, see you guys next week. Bye.